Alrighty. Oh, hello everybody. Hi. And welcome to another edition of Urfspace Live. With me, your host, Chuck Whelon. Here I am in my basement with my characters. And behind me is my latest character, Astrokitty, who has been appearing in and out of my Urfspace books for a while. In fact, the very first one I drew, Space is Not for Pussies. I'm not wearing that shirt today. I'm wearing my Urfspace Beyond shirt. We live in space. And Urfspace is all about space. And the future, and maybe the future, good or bad. I mean, it may be bad, but it may be good. There's plenty of good opportunities. I'm not sure my co-host Dale is here, but if the Magma Bear was here, he'd say, pick the candidate. No, I've got a few. I don't make a lot of political cartoons, but my political cartoons is to go out and vote. And you can find those in my book of Urfspace. And there's some kiddie cartoons in the book of Urfspace, and there's also some cartoons. Like, it starts off, the first character, it comes in and she says, "You're new around here," and that's this character. She's come to work on the space station. She's in a sort of orderly, menial role, doing a job where she has to take orders in a sort of uniform, and she's come to work at the space station, which is a donut. And I sort of had that idea fairly early on, but very deliberately I sort of changed the character, to be any character. But in the end, it sort of came Space Jen, which is character, and she's like a sort of she's a VAT clone or something, whatever, or one that's gone wrong. And so she and Astrokitty are the sort of core members of the Urfspace cartoon band, Astrokitty and the Urfspace 5. Astrokitty and the Urfspace 5, the actual songs by Astrokitty and the Urfspace 5 are largely by Isaac Bonnell of the Seagulls on his keyboard. He's fantastic. But also, like the Gorillas, Astrokitty and the Urfspace 5 can be anybody who wants to join it. Now, I'm having open studios at the end of this month on September 28th, Saturday 28th, and Sunday 29th. And I want to have a special show that morning. I don't know. I'm going to see if I can get together some sort of performance by Astrokitty and the Urfspace 5, but that might be asking a lot. We'll see what happens. Hopefully we'll get somebody, but maybe not. We'll see what happens. If we'll get Chris will play on his guitar. Because he helped me a lot with that project. And Tina, also my wife, inspiration and core viewer of the show, also encouraged me a lot with sort of Astrokitty and all that. Those sort of like fashion drawings. And, I look back a while ago of some of my oldest drawings that I did when I was about 15. And I had been doing, things like that back then, but I sort of didn't do it for a while because I didn't think I was that good at it. And I sort of focused on other things. And then I went to these burlesque drawing sessions at the DNA Lounge with the Dr. Sketchies group, organised by Benjamin Arn, and people like that were going to, like Jeff Plotkin was going to that. And that's where I met Greg and Rhino Picasso. And lots of other great artists were sort of going along and doing that and drawing the models. And I found, the models would pick my drawings at the end. They got to pick their 3 favourites. Mine were getting picked a lot. And I was like, actually, I guess all these years of sort of drawing cartoons and Pupil and all that sort of stuff, I guess I actually got sort of better at drawing as I went along. And, so I focused on that. And that was my book, Instagirls, which is still available. You can get that. Like, all my books are downloadable from the Urfspace shop at urfspace.com. You can get them there, and download a PDF. That's good for me. Then the other companies don't take their cuts. But otherwise, if it's convenient for you to get it on Amazon or whatever, you can do that. And so I've got a new book that's only available. Okay, producer, maybe you can pull it up. It's if you go to astrokitty.co. It will take you to a page on my main site, or you could just go to urfspace.com and hopefully look for it in the shop where it should show up now. And you'll see there is Astrokitty in Urfspace. And I should have a slideshow. Oh, there's a slideshow there. Are you able to pull that up, producer? No answer. All right. Hello. Oh, things are popping up. I don't know what's happening. All right. I can't hear anything. All right. Well, that was all going quite well until then. So that book is out. I'll put a little author's note in there explaining some of my thoughts behind it. But I don't know. It's just me having some fun. It's the last of some pandemic projects, I suppose, although it sort of started before the pandemic. The pandemic sort of conveniently came along. Okay, here we go. Thank you, producer. Oh, yeah, bring that back up. There we go. Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, I liked it full screen. That was good. All right. And what about, can you, we can see the images there. So you can read the description and you can peek at some of the images, which I'm going to be posting them out on social media. Some of them you might have seen before, but there's quite a lot of them that haven't been seen before. And it's a sort of mixture of drawings and paintings, but also with bits about Astrokitty and Space Gen and Henrietta Quinn, who's the mysterious third member of the band. There's not so much about Henrietta Quinn. Mainly, she's a shape-changing alien. But they're all a bit shape-changing. And in the original Urfspace book, there's a guy, he's like a mad scientist. He says, I just messed with the past. And he's talking to a little octopus floaty thing. And so he's really responsible for all the continuity. The lack of continuity in Urfspace. Like, reality is sort of changing all around them. But anyway, the book will give you the story of Astrokitty, her sort of glittering career, and Space Gen, who's kind of pretty useless, really. And there's some comics, and so that's that. Anyway, we'll bring my co-host on because Mr. Dale Cipperley, because he's I think he's here waiting for me to stop rabbiting on. And to him I'd say, like, Space Gen is like Charlie Brown, and Astrokitty is Snoopy to Space Gen's Charlie Brown, but they're more feminized. Does that make sense? But anyway, basically I'm saying at the end of the day, I'm blaming Tina because she was liking them, so I just kept doing them. Yeah, what can I tell you? I'm quite happy with it. I think it's my greatest work. But it sets off all my other work quite nicely, I think.
Good morning. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Good morning, Dale. Hello. Yeah. Can we bring Dale and I up a bit larger now, like on one side?
First of all, we do have a viewer this morning. Hello, Cynthia Louise, who's pointing out that every time you say Earth, I guess the subtitles rewrite it as Earth.
No, subtitles URF, Utah, Romeo, Foxtrot.
Yeah, I mean, it's what Will Smith said in Independence Day, which is when he's punching the alien, welcome to Earth.
Yes, welcome to... Okay, look, I think I can put that up. Does that... Oh, no, that's too much.
Yeah, it's a little large.
Yeah, well, I've got one here, but it's got... I'll just have to have my characters in the corner. There you go.
Sorry I'm late. I had technical difficulties this morning.
I'll just add Dale in with the characters. Does that make... Oh, no, but when you do that, everything disappears. Okay.
When I say technical difficulties...
I was doing that because it doesn't look good.
Okay,
too cluttered.
Yeah, okay, sorry, I'll turn it off. Wait, we're both doing it. Okay, I'm not touching it anymore.
I am the producer. I am your...
Morning, Sam.
Father. I am your producer.
Can you make a graphic? Can you work... Okay, producer, can you work on making a graphic where it's like that? You maybe download that one and just have the Urfspace or whatever, or make the characters a bit smaller. So they don't take, because it'd be good to have Urfspace up on the screen more.
Emma Denham is joining us, and she's saying, "Howdy from a Bolt going into London," and then the little letters GB. I assume that means Great Britain. It's been a while. How are you all? What I don't know.
Did she say she's on? Did she say she's on the Underground?
She said she's on. Howdy from a Bolt going into London.
A Bolt?
Yeah, is that a car?
Like a Chevy Bolt, like an electric car?
Oh yeah, it could be an electric.
Is it a self-driving car?
Yeah, don't text and drive at the same time, unless you're really good at it.
All right. Well, we're here today to do some drawing. Well, I was here to talk about Astrokitty in Urfspace. You know, I have some different videos from Astrokitty in Urfspace. I'm just let's see. How can I add another video? Here we go.
You know, while you were talking.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Emma's telling us.
Wait. You don't have to add a whole scene. You don't have to add a whole scene. Just go to the media tab and then change it out. You'll be able to.
Oh, wait, but that we had that one already. Wait, we had that one already. Okay. These scenes
add a new one.
Yeah. It's all right. We'll go back.
Then just make it. Then just add a new scene with the new media. If that's what you want.
Okay. Wait. So if I add from video storage,
we really need to.
I don't see any of them. I don't see them.
And it made your video quality go terrible. So
Emma's correcting us that Bolt is a cheap version of Uber.
Okay.
I don't know how there could be something cheaper than Uber.
Oh no, Uber got expensive now.
Really?
But also they have more rules against Uber and all that in London.
Good.
So Emma's one of these people that wants to get around the rules all the
time. From what I've read, those things like
that's who's welcome on this show.
Those things like Uber and Lyft are actually a scam for the people who drive. They don't make enough to compensate for the depreciation on their vehicle. Emma just posted something blank. Oh, she posted an emoji, a happy emoji.
She's a happy emoji. Okay. Well, that's good, Emma. Well, all the taxi drivers here got really screwed over. You know, it cost them about $250,000 or something to get their medallion, and then after Uber, it went down to about 25,000 or something.
Emma is asking, are we warming up for another art battle?
Yes. So I did get a bit ahead on Pewful last week. I've got the pages
Chuck
over there.
Says yes,
so I've actually gone ahead and inked a bunch of people. Now there's a next page of Pewful that's only going to be for my Patreon subscribers. I'm getting the Pewful Patreon subscribers. Get tuned in. I'm setting it up. I'm building it around you, this new one. I mean, people can see the other ones on Instagram at Pewful, and I will be putting them out there. But I got started on this project a little quick, but I'm glad I got started. So I've started on the prologue. I actually inked that sort of next page that will be a patron-only sort of subplot page. And then I've also inked the big main page, but I can show you the sketch today on the table.
I just noticed that your Pewfell books on Amazon, there's a deal to get all 5 of them for Kindle. It's like $35.
Okay, that's that you should take advantage of that offer. Although I would say, okay, so they're really cheap. They don't really like you to sell them more cheaply elsewhere. I get more money if you buy them off my website as PDFs.
Oh, okay. Then I'll buy them off your website as PDFs.
But I'm not sure that or you can get them. Well, even drive-through take quite a hefty cut. Drive-through are better. But yeah, my own direct website of pewful.com. And, I've recently got them all set up so that everything's as a PDF. Everything you can get as PDF off my website. And that's sort of, I think, the primary way to get it. But there are books and stuff, but they're always sort of done print on demand.
Okay, I'm on pewfell.com. I'm going to shop. And I'm scrolling down. So, for example, I see your books. I see Pewfell, Welcome to Spire Castle.
That's the first one. They have a chronological order, I suppose. There's a sort of volume 0 that I'm sort of working on putting together, and this next one will be technically the next volume, but it's a sort of a flash. But I'm not quite sure what I'm calling it. It's sort of volume. It's going to be sort of volume 0.5 or something.
Well, you even have on your website that I should order it through Amazon.
Yes, that's currently how it's been, but the PDF download is the best way to order it to give me money.
Okay. Well, I'm looking at
There's
the
two reasons,
shop.
because firstly, it's easier to go on Amazon, and Amazon gives you more of the traffic. So yeah, it's like good. Like if I get sales on Amazon, the money doesn't go so directly to me, but it goes more to promoting me on Amazon. So that's also its own thing. But yeah,
Okay.
if you're more interested in going directly to me, then just send it.
I really don't care about you, but I'm looking at the pricing. The reason is I was going to recommend to cartooning students that they should look at your books because there's a lot of lessons there to be learned. I've been overdue. I have printed books of yours, but they're not easy to carry around. So I'm going to probably end up buying your PDFs just to steal as much from you as possible. That's a compliment, you idiot.
Yes, thank you, Dale. Thank you, Dale. Are the checks in the post?
No, you're going to cost me money. You'll cost me some money today.
I'm sending a mail. I'm sending a mailman round with the check, and then a woman turns up.
Hey, I'm all for gender equality and delivery of the mail.
Yes, I'm for forgetting all about gender. It's just a construct, I suppose. I mean, there's some biological components, but it's more complicated than A or B.
My God, I'm looking at your website, and it's just like I'm in the shop, and you have.
Well, I'll tell you what. Why don't you give me a website shop critique another time? Because I probably do need somebody to give my shop a critical review. But it's there, it's open. If you can find your way around, if you have any questions, ask me. But I don't have any signs up saying if you have any questions, ask me, because I don't want to be bothered. If anyone would like to volunteer to run my web shop and market it, that would be very great.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, so right. I mean, I could fix it right now, I suppose, but we could have.
No, we're here to watch you draw, not to code.
Yeah, I mean, as you critique it, I mean, I could be fixing it. So, you're telling me that I should make it more clear that people, if they order the PDFs, then the money goes to me, or do people just know that already?
I've completely lost interest in the subject. What I'm doing is I'm actually shopping because I'm probably going to buy. Because I have that trip coming up, and that trip comes during Inktober, I want to steal as many techniques from you as possible. Now, are you going to take part in Inktober?
No, I don't think so. Oh, no, I don't know. Maybe I will. Okay, that's. I'll have to see. I've got a busy September. So yes, several things coming up. I'm going to be on September 21st. I'm going to be a Saturday. So is that 2 weeks from today or 1 week from today? 1 week from today. Wait, today's the 14th, right? So yes. 1 week from today, I will be.
Wait. Was yesterday the 14th, or was today the 14th?
Today's the 14th. Yeah, 1 week from today, on the 21st, I'm going to be talking on the cartoonist conspiracy. Oh no, the Northwest cartoonists.
Oh, you mean that group?
Donna Barr's group.
Donna Barr's group. Yeah. Oh, that must have been the invite that I ignored.
Yes. So
okay.
Come along to that on the Saturday evening. I'm returning as guest. I don't know. Apparently, it was already 2 years since I went on about it. I think I was just doing it skills then. So I guess I'll be talking more about Astrokitty. I'll try and set up some sort of slideshow where I show.
I'm going to give you hell.
What's that?
I'll be there and I'll give you hell.
Yeah. So anybody who wants to come and throw cigarette butts at me, come and do it there. That you can practice and do verbal cigarette butts there. And then you can do more literal ones on the 25th, Wednesday the 25th, where I'm going to be on stage at Art Battle at the Great Northern on Utah Street. And you know, I don't know, Art Battle's a bit fun. We're gonna have a little practice today. I'm feeling good that, you know, again, there's always good artists there, so, you know, but we'll get up and, you know, that'll be another opportunity to buy some of my work. You buy that one, and, you know, I think the guy got it for a good price at the last one, so, you know, but I was very happy he got it. And I'll have open studios that weekend, so September 28th and 29th. That's going to be here in the basement. We're going to try and have some sort of, you know, opening event, opening party, maybe Dale, you can come and join me live at least. We could do an opening like where we're actually in the same place. How about that? A broadcast with Dale and I in the same place.
When is it?
It's September 28th.
Okay, maybe. I might be able to do that, but remember, I'd be masked.
That's okay. Or you could be 6 feet away out in the garden.
Okay.
We'll have the garage open.
You can remote me in from the garden. I can be there, but not there.
Yeah. Well, we'll talk about that anyway. All right. So right now we're going to get on with some drawings. How about bringing up the table cam?
Trying to add all your Pewfell to my cart. It's not easy.
And don't forget to get the book How I Grew Up, which is my grandmother's book.
I already got that.
You already got that. Thank you. Thanks to everyone who got that.
I haven't started reading it yet, though.
That was a free book. So if you got my free book, all right. Are we able to bring up the table cam?
Hello. It is on. Bruh.
Okay. I don't know what
Hello.
Okay, wait.
Okay.
There we go.
How come Drain of Chaos is so much more inexpensive?
Oh, we've got Art Glitch.
Wait, we do?
Yeah, Art Glitch is here in the chat.
Hey, Amber. And I also
and I'm also going to be hosting on Amber's Philo show, or guesting on that again in October. I think, do we say October 12th? That's a little ways off. That seems like.
Emma has been commenting. She's Tina said hi, Emma and Cynthia. Emma said open gallery live, exciting. Amber said something, but we all ignore Amber. Actually, she said I watch. The book Emma is referring to the book on your grandmother. The book is fascinating. Amber says she's late today, and Amber confirms, yes, you will be on Philo October 12th. Philo's fun.
Yes.
I enjoy being on Philo.
All right.
I draw slower than you do, so it's less work. You know, it's going to be interesting having your stuff as PDFs, because I have PDFs of Hunt Emerson's stuff, so I can look at both of them and compare and contrast.
Yes. All right. Well, I'll take comments from anybody who has anything on everything. It's like, you know, it's always a lot of work getting things set up, and there's always sort of many choices to be made along the way. All right, now let's see. Now Tina and I were looking at some stuff. Tina sent me some pictures for things to draw last night. Let's see.
Ooh, I didn't know you had one of my favorite of your works, Wizard Pickles, is available as a PDF.
Yes.
Speaking of new stuff, the new Sergio, the new Gru comic just hit on Wednesday.
Okay. Now I'm trying a more different sort of dip pen here. All right, this will be interesting. All right, this is oh gosh, okay, I'm forgetting the name now. There's two.
Speedball?
Hmm?
Speedball? Are we talking about the pen nib?
No, I was thinking about the actress.
Oh, okay.
Actually, this is okay. Okay.
Oh, that's right. Amber will be your co-host for a show in October because I will be on the road.
Oh yes, that's right. We're going to be doing like a hosting swap.
Yeah. Amber will be a far better host. She actually likes you.
Does she? That's hard to tell sometimes.
Hey, did you hear the news that Pixologic finally came out with ZBrush for the iPad? Didn't care.
No, not really. I didn't know that. I just thanks for letting me know.
I can't use it because my iPad's too old. So I have to debate on whether or not I'm going to get a new iPad.
Yeah, well, it's always a problem, isn't it?
Yeah. So you don't care. You're just happy with your pen and ink.
Yes. I'm getting more despising computers the older I get. They're a tool of Saruman. But all right, I quite like the benefits of computers, so I don't know. I don't know. Look, that's fine. Everybody do. I use it. I mean, and there's things there's digital coloring in the Astrokitty book for the comics. So,
well, don't you consider it slightly ironic that you're using these traditional art tools, but you're ordering all of them online?
Yeah, no, I don't find it ironic. I just think that's it's more about what you want to spend your time doing. So, yeah.
Is that Julie Christie?
It's not Julie Christie. It's what's her name? Jill St. John.
Oh, okay. Who we all know from Diamonds Are Forever.
Oh, what? She's in Diamonds Forever.
Yeah, she's a Bond girl.
Okay, the other one I have that Tina gave me is a Bond girl, who's the one who was. Okay, well, we'll get to her in a minute. Yeah, okay, so she was. She was in Diamonds Forever.
Yep.
Now that's one of those movies that people say is one of the less good ones.
Well,
it has a lot of good moments, as far as I remember. I mean, there's certainly some memorable scenes. I always remember the scene at the beginning with the two guys,
the assassins. You know that one of them was a famous musician, and then the other one, he's the father of one of the actors who was in Back to the Future. Can't remember the name of the actor. Not Michael J. Fox, but the guy who plays his dad. Yeah, that actually looks like a reference photo of her from Diamonds Are Forever.
Yeah, it's probably from that, yeah. Oh, yeah, this is where she goes out of the room with hair of one color and comes back with hair of another color.
Amber is being my brain this morning, and she's saying it's Crispin Freeman. I think that it's actually Crispin Glover.
What's she talking about Crispin Glover for?
Well, we were talking about the actor in Back to the Future.
Oh, yeah, Crispin Glover.
His father is one of the assassins in Diamonds Are Forever.
Oh. Oh, he's kind of a weird guy too.
Yeah. But I like the assassins. Amber is saying, yes, my brain is as good as yours sometimes, Dale. No, Amber, yours is younger. It's probably working. Amber does correct and say Crispin Glover. Crispin Glover actually has a movie coming out. There was a low budget film that I think is wrapping production or wrapped production. It was in LA. It's being made by the guy who directed The Ghastly Loves of Johnny X, which is a cult film. A couple of my friends worked on the film down in LA with Crispin Glover. These are the same people working on my Cats TV episode, which is wrapping up. So, Amber, if you want your cats on this episode of Cinema Insomnia, let me know, and I can make your cats stars.
You can make your cat's dreams come true, because every cat dreams about becoming a television star.
Hey,
having to perform on command.
My cat's vet is just, he's amazed that he's treating a celebrity. Actually, Amber, it's not photos. What you need to do is shoot a little footage horizontally, this way, not this way, this way, of your cats. And I'll have to get you the email address. You just send it in, and they're going to splice in the little clips of your cats into the episode. But I would appreciate that. Huey needs his fans in his episode. You did catch her likeness in this.
Well, all right, hang on a minute, because I'm going to come in with a brush, so I might kill it again.
Okay. Amber is giving me hell for mansplaining to her, saying, gosh, horizontals. That's so advanced.
Whatever Amber does, it's definitely not mansplaining.
I'm not sure my little girl brain can handle it. Amber, I'm not making fun of your...
Amber, just because you're not a man doesn't mean you can't mansplain.
I'm not making fun of your gender. When Chuck has me go out and buy canvases for him because he's too lazy, he wants the 18 by 24 canvases, and I have to call him from the art supply store to make sure he wants 18 by 24 canvas or 24 by 18 canvas, whether it's portrait or landscape in the canvases.
Dale's has a lot of trouble with that one.
Well,
I keep trying to explain to him the difference, but he doesn't seem to get it.
Well, it's okay. Chuck can turn them on his easel. He has a protractor, so he knows how many degrees to turn the canvas.
Yeah, that's one of the uses of a set square.
No, we used to do that when I worked at Flax. We would give the customers hell. He said, do you want a portrait canvas or a landscape canvas?
I bet they all thought it was so funny. That's exactly the reason I don't like going into shops, because I don't find that kind of humor very funny. But shopkeepers apparently. Did you ever hear like Napoleon? He called England. He said they're a nation of shopkeepers.
Yeah,
I don't live there. I live here. I don't live in France either. I don't know if England's a nation of shopkeepers.
Amber's telling us 90-degree turn. This episode is so deep in the geometry. I don't know if I'm able to keep up.
Permanently closed taxidermists.
And my pal Mike is here. Hey, Mike. Yes, this is what we artistic types do. If you're new to the show, Chuck draws and cartoons and prepares for Art Battle, and I just hang out and berate him.
No, I'm not like preparing for Art Battle. Art Battle, you do better if you don't prepare for it. So
yeah, says the guy who we spent months preparing for.
Yeah, that was because of you telling me that I was supposed to be preparing for it, and then I think I over prepared.
Yeah, that's what it was. You over prepared.
I did.
So, so you're working on Bristol board. What surface, plate or vellum?
No, this is watercolor paper.
Oh, cold press.
Uh,
Just run your finger over it.
Well, it's that brown Canson stuff, which it probably says it's one, but it feels more like the other. It's sort of somewhere in between.
All right. And so that's a number 3 sable brush.
Yeah.
Okay, so a number 3 round sable brush, and then Higgins Black Magic ink.
No, it's not the Black Magic anymore. It's just the regular India ink.
Okay, regular India ink.
I've used the Black Magic for years because I read some cartoonist thing saying, "Oh yes, that was much the blackest one," and it is, but it's a bit thick and sticky. I realized, and
Okay.
it's because it was really designed for drawing on film, so it's a little too powerful.
Okay.
Especially
okay, so drawing on Duralene.
Things.
I miss drawing on Duralene. One of the neat things you could do with some of those plastic surfaces is you could actually ink on them with a black Prismacolor pencil. Flax used to sell treated acetate that you could just use black colored pencil on and it would look like ink.
Well, yes. I mean, it's been, there's been a sort of industrialization of art. And William Morris and those guys were sort of very much fell out of favor, and along comes sort of Deco and the Machine Age, which sort of really rejected a lot of what they stood for. I mean, I guess it sort of held with the art aesthetic, but it was now everything sort of mechanical and machine aged.
Hey.
Yeah, it's complicated because the future is better, and you can sort of choose your things. It's like, in Star Trek, they would still sort of play an old violin or something like that. And yeah, all right. So that's what I'm doing with the black for now. Then I'm going to come in and paint it.
Wait, with watercolor?
Yes.
Okay, I'm just looking on the screen. A lot of that ink isn't dry yet.
No, I know.
Did you finally go out and buy a hairdryer like I suggested a million times, or are you going to burn it with your heat gun?
Just going to give it a minute. It'll be fine.
No, it won't.
Dries fairly quickly.
No, it won't.
Dale, you're a naysayer.
No, I sold art supplies.
I'm going to take a minute here to clean my brush out, find my papers, move my tape. It's very crowded because I keep switching between one kind of art and the other. That's the trouble.
Oh,
I've been looking back through my Astrokitty books and looking at some of the ones that I like. It's hard to tell though. I like them all. So, so yeah. All right, wait. We're going to have another Astrokitty video while that dries. That's a good idea.
Sam's not listening.
I'm here. What video do we want? But if you want ones that aren't in the video storage, you're gonna have to put it yourself.
No, yeah, not the video storage ones. The ones that, well, let me find one. All right. It wasn't letting me get to the video storage earlier. Wait, there's a whole bunch of other things. There we go.
We're back.
There we go. That was Disney Jail. There's a little story in there about how Astrokitty became the nastiest. And hello. Yeah, she was in a band called Super Hardcore Aggro Women before.
Well, the whole idea
before joining Astrokitty in the Urfspace 5, which actually Space Gen actually was one who founded Astrokitty in the Urfspace 5, but doesn't have very good organizational skills.
You do know that Disney has jails on their amusement parks.
Yeah, that's what that song is about.
Yeah.
She's saying she wants to go to the Disney jail.
Yeah,
as a cartoonist, I want to go to a Disney jail. And I don't know, and then sort of jails being corporatized as well, it makes me think about. So it's sort of, it's just having a bit of fun and it's saying something. So that's
most people don't realize that both of the major Disney parks are technically Indian reservations. So they don't have to abide by United States law. They can actually execute a guest.
I know, that's where they take people that they need to, extraordinary rendition.
Well, every year or so, if the park isn't doing well, they pick somebody and then they burn them in a giant wicker Mickey Mouse.
The wicker Mickey.
Okay, Amber, who was a former Disney employee, is a park princess, is disagreeing with what I was saying. Amber, you're
they were
wrong.
lining her up for being one of the people in the wicker Mickey. That's why she got out of there. She was lucky you got out of there in time.
Oh yeah, I'm sure she was on the sacrificial list.
I mean, Amber's doesn't toe the line. I'm sure, she probably got into some disagreement with them or something. But they were saying, can you please bind your hands and climb inside this giant wicker Mickey? Amber was probably like, I'm not going to do that. You can't make me do that. I've got rights.
Amber is reminding us that no one ever dies on the park grounds. They always die on the way to the hospital. Even the guy decapitated on the Matterhorn. Someone was decapitated on the Matterhorn?
Yeah, didn't you see the Eiger sanction? That's what the show's all about.
Did they stand up?
That wasn't on the actual Matterhorn. It was on the.
I like the Matterhorn. The Matterhorn is well air conditioned, so there's actually cold spots in the ride when you're going through it.
That'd be a good movie though, the Matterhorn sanction.
Oh my God! And a little boy also drowned in Tom Sawyer's pond. The park's a death trap.
Okay, come on. That's just people just die of natural causes. There's so many people that go in there.
But the kid died on the way to the hospital. Yeah, I can see that. I'm sure that there's a Disney doctor who's paid to prevent them from writing the death certificate on the park grounds.
Yeah.
If someone could be burned alive at Disney and be a pile of ashes, and this guy would be doing CPR on the pile of ashes, screaming, "We can save him." Amber says, well, that happens. Natural causes. But yeah, there's probably something like 3 to 4 park deaths a year. Now, Amber, is it true that there's like a colony of feral cats that live in the parks that they use to keep the rat population down? That's what I heard. And that's why no one Amber says, yes, they are wonderful. That's why I heard that no one goes to Disney. No one breaks in after dark because the cats will have been trained to eat trespassers.
Is that a fact?
Oh, yeah. Okay, so you're using pan watercolors?
Yes.
Who's pan watercolors? Winsor Newton or some Japanese?
No, I use the German Pelican ones.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Where did you get those?
On
online.
But they're actually getting hard to get. Then stop making this set again. All right, they made a really good set once upon a time, and then they started making a less good set, but it's still better than the other sets. But now I see that I was getting one of the last ones of this kind of set that I could find anywhere, and so.
Oh my god, I'm actually.
And they've got another set which is probably fine, but I'm like, oh, I don't know. They don't. Trouble with these companies, they don't tend to make better sets. Everything always gets worse and cheaper, more cheaply made.
Yeah, I actually been reading about people complaining about the quality of kneaded erasers, that they've gone downhill. They're greasy now. Amber's saying the cats live in the tunnels during the day and off areas where guests aren't. So you'll have them lounging in little patches of grass. Some employees have brought in beds for them. Wow. Amber, can you adopt a Disney cat? Or are they like completely feral? We have someone whose handle is JCKA_16, who is responding, you, a Y with looks like 6 O's. Amber says,
yo. I think they say yo.
Amber says,
Ooh,
it's been done.
Trouble.
Man, I wonder what it's like having a Disney cat, because they've been trained to kill.
What's that?
Well, Amber says you can adopt a Disney cat, and I'm thinking that could be pretty dangerous because they can be trained to kill. Jacka says this is www, and we have another viewer, Gregorius Man, who says Podger's stream, and then posted 7 pig face.
He's saying poggers. He's saying it's Greg Gorgeous Man. It's like kind of like Gregorius, but also Greg Gorgeous. And then we've got some emotes of John Pork. Then we got some emotes of Kappa.
Okay.
What's going on? What's going on, JCA and Greg Gorgeous?
So this is all like,
right, the producer's here to translate. Yeah.
The viewers, you need to realize we're old, so all the hip stuff that you're posting, we don't get it at all.
It's all right. No, it's all right. A producer will translate for us.
Amber, who is Amber is our half young translator. Yes, the younger generation will translate for you folk.
Okay, Greg Gorgeous Man is wondering who you're drawing.
So
it's Jill St. John.
Yeah,
from Diamonds Are Forever.
Yeah, Gregorius Man. Go watch the old Bond movie Diamonds Are Forever. That has Jill St. John as a Bond girl.
It's a James Bond girl. JCA says W drawing. It's basically saying it's a good drawing.
Thank you. I'm just going straight in without any sort of pencil under drawings and seeing how it comes out.
Chuck's going old school with ink and German watercolors. He can't
German watercolors.
Wonder if Flax has them. We should go to Flax. And Gregorius Man posted what looks like 3 pictures of a chimpanzee.
Oh, no, chimpanzees. Talking about dangerous pets.
So, Jaka says free balling it, #loving it. Yeah, there's no safety net with pen and ink. It's not like kids using. Procreate. Jaka says pencils are for losers. No, dude. You want to go to your library or go online and get Paul Calais' book on the pencil. Trust me, you want that book. Pencils are badass.
Yeah, well, pencils are fine. If you wanted like a more finished looking drawing, that's more everything in the right place.
Yeah, I think Calais was spelled Calle. but Pal Kelly in his book, he talks about illustrating with pencils, but he's using hatching that was, you would see it in old pen and ink drawings like Franklin Booth.
Right, but this is a bit wet. This is a bit drier.
Yes, John Wick did kill 3 men in a bar with a pencil. And then I think he used the pencil in one of the other movies to kill someone. But the question is, what kind of pencil? In this group, you need to know your different pencils.
No, you don't. Actually, that's exactly what you don't need to know.
Yes, you do.
I'm not like, it's not about materials, like any materials. Like Dale's obsessed with materials.
Yeah, that's where the money is in art, selling art supplies.
Yeah, well.
Gregorius Man asks, none of us are named Earth. It's Chuck Whelon and Dale Cipperley. And do we have a dog? Sadly,
no. Unfortunately, it's just like the Shakespearean baying of dogs.
Sadly, the Whelan family lost.
It's the neighbours' dogs. They used to have some yappy dogs, and then I think the yappy dogs must have got old and died because they were less yappy. But now suddenly there's some fresh new yappy dogs back.
Jaka is asking, you all know Frida. Forgive me, I'm going to mispronounce.
Frida Kahlo?
Yeah, I know of her, but I haven't studied her work. I'm more a Rembrandt guy. Did we know
Rembrandt? Oh my God!
Did we know her face is on money? It doesn't surprise me, but I don't know which countries.
Oh, did you say money? What did he say about money?
He asked if me.
I'm going to make this drawing more money.
The 500 peso bill. 500 peso bill of which country?
Jill St. John it?
No,
Frida Kahlo.
Frida Kahlo.
I said I want to move to that country.
Okay. Wow, that water.
Okay, what did she say? What did she say in that movie?
I'm seeing hard edge on that watercolor paper. There's either that's plate or there's a lot of sizing in it.
What?
That's why I always like cold press. You could blend out the. Look at the way the watercolor's puddling in her cheek. Mexico. Arriba. Yeah.
Well, Jill St. John quotes.
Dude, Mexico and Canada are just like made up countries. They're, they put them in geography books for kids to learn disinformation.
What are you talking about now?
I'm just screwing with our viewers. Pleasure painting with you, fine.
Dale's on crack.
And I'm on crack. No, I am completely sober. Don't drink, kids. Don't do drugs.
The craziest part is that he's not even on crack. He's just as crazy.
Watch old Dragnet reruns. It'll save your life. Do you remember what nibs in that pen?
No.
Yeah, of course not. Yes, I am definitely a flat earther, man.
If some flat earther can explain to me how their computer works, if the Earth is flat, then I'll be very
flat for some people. Okay, you guys got to watch the language here. We're not allowed to say things like sigma, and I can't pronounce the N word. I do like your lettering.
Okay. What's wrong with sigma?
It points out the fact that I don't know the entire Greek alphabet. I should have learned it, but I never did.
I think they're talking about a different kind of sigma.
No, sigma's a letter of the Greek alphabet.
No, it is, but
dude, I'm sure it's a letter of the Greek alphabet.
No, it's definite. No, they're talking about letters of the Greek alphabet, but there are some letters of the Greek alphabet that have taken on a new meaning in the past few years. So,
you mean like delta?
Yeah. There we go.
Amber's pointing out that it's modern slang, which I don't care about.
So what? So you like? Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
See, I'm not.
Well, this is a family
I'm
show.
not hip with a mohawk. Which one of us is more beta?
I want to dye my mohawk green now. I thought it looks quite good in the light there. Green. All right, talking of green, yeah, I'm going to make this shot more money. I'm going to make it a money shot.
Don't get your.
I hope that's not a phrase that's taken.
Wait. Are you actually going from one pan of watercolor to the other and like making those colors muddy?
No, I'm just cleaned my palette and now I'm starting with some fresh color.
I have no idea what Paul Breach is. Oh, god damn it. You're using high chroma color in the background when you have low chroma color in the foreground.
Oh, do calm down, Dale.
Emma says that it looks stunning. She loves the style, but she's got a dash. Take me with you. Ugh. We should have a long talk about color theory.
I don't care about your color theories.
Not my color theories.
Yeah. I got my own color theories.
I got to get you, what's his name's book? Gurney's book on color. That's like the best book on color out there.
Yeah, it's great if you want to paint, and you'll end up painting just like him.
Well, no, it's a great book on color. It looks great, Chuck. Ignore Dale.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, that's why I'm on the show, Amber. And now Amber's giving us color.
You're on this show, so I can ignore you.
Amber's going, a touch of pink in the cheeks would set the whole thing off.
Dale, you're on the show because Amber's not available.
That's because she is a life. And she is right.
That's a quote from Jill St. John, apparently.
She is right. A little higher chroma red, a little brighter red would pop it forward.
Well, sure.
Amber is saying color theory. Pink is the complement to green in the background, but it's tied to the skin by being warm. Now, if I remember right, in Diamonds Are Forever, Jill St. John was actually a redhead. So it does make some sense to have green in the background to contrast with that hair. I just don't think portraits should have stuff bouncing back and forth due to color.
If you say so, Dale.
Well, I do have a degree in this.
Okay. What? Following the rules.
Art supplyology. I could sell you a paintbrush like nobody else. Every time I go to Flax or I go to California Art Supply, Flax in Oakland or California Art Supply in San Mateo, or Lens Art in Santa Cruz, I'm always tempted to apply for a job. But all the people who run those places know better. Oh, God. Wait, no, actually, Tina's talking like grown-up talk. Let's talk about cool bands that are playing this weekend.
Yes.
Tectonics are playing today at the New Farm. Rocksteady vibes and DJ spinning Jamaican tunes. And tomorrow, Charm World will be playing at the Kilowatt in the afternoon, sometime between 2 and 5. I assume those are all San Francisco venues.
Yes.
Well, it seems like they've left now, but that was pretty interesting. We had two very obviously like 15-year-olds on Twitch. I think seemed like they were like together and they knew each other, and they were just coming in with all their funny young person Twitch lingo and emotes. That was pretty interesting.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we should do more things that the young people like. You know.
Yeah,
I guess they like Bond girls.
We're here for the kids.
But yeah, I get weird. That was cool. We were able to retain their attention for like 15 minutes.
We should have tried to sell them Astrokitty books, but all right.
Well, they're Twitch surfers.
Yeah, I mean,
right, yeah. I mean, I guess it's like
maybe they'll come back. You know, maybe they'll come back.
Well, I Twitch surf once in a while. Some of the Twitch hosts will play old movies that you won't see anywhere else. And I realized that a lot of the viewers are completely stoned. Even the hosts.
Twitch viewers, I mean, I'm sorry if we have any Twitch viewers watching right now, but there are a lot of them that are like just absolute creatures of the dark. Like they don't see the light of day ever. Like, you know, it's crazy. It's crazy. There's like, you know, you'll have these people who just like spam stuff in the chat for like hours on end, and it's just like, what are you doing? Like, how is this fun?
They're looking for a family.
Yeah, our glitch, Amber. You're a creator on Twitch. It's different. Twitch creators are. I actually think it's a lot more impressive to be a streamer than it is to be like a YouTuber or something.
Oh my god, you have no idea how much work Mr. Lobo and his producer Aaron are putting into the episode for my cat.
Mm-hmm.
It's just gonna. I mean, it'll come out on Blu-ray, but it's going to be just a Twitch episode.
It's coming out on Blu-ray.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
I've been seeing a decent amount of like physical media stuff on my social media. Like, oh, you should buy more physical media because all this digital media is just disappearing.
I mean, the best thing I heard recently was, you know, this thing on antiquarian books, and they were like, try opening a digital file from 30 years ago. Although I'm trying to sell you all digital files. It's not about that, though. It's like, okay, it's like saying if you're going to eat a cake, like a chef makes a cake, and they know that cake's going to get eaten that day or it gets thrown away. So, you know, I mean, I guess with making art and comics, we're sort of trying to make something a little more permanent. But, you know, as I learned from Dominion Tank Police anime, all art is destined to become trash.
Well, I'm a DVD collector, and you learn that while a lot of stuff is on streaming, a lot of stuff disappears.
Oh yeah, no, trust me, I know. There's been a lot of shows where it's like, oh, I love, like for the Office example, I loved watching The Office, and then they're like, oh, actually, we're gonna make our own streaming service and move The Office over there, and it's like, okay, well, I guess I have to get that if I ever want to watch The Office again.
Yeah, I've missed out on some shows, and for me to get the DVDs, it's hundreds of dollars.
But you always have it.
The other thing is, I didn't realize that DVDs and CDs have a lifespan. When they came out, they said, oh, these things last forever. They don't, because they're a lamination of plastic and foil.
Probably the very first ones.
Get something.
The first ones, as they designed them, would have lasted forever. But then companies made them more cheaply, because they didn't want, no company ever wants it to last forever.
But the problem with the streaming services is you get both political and economic censorship, because these things disappear. For example, the episode, my cat's episode, the movie they're going to be hosting is The Frozen Dead with Dana Andrews. Try to find that movie.
All right. Well, I think I'm done with this drawing. How did it come out? It's all right. It'd be all right about the green. I don't know. I think I'm right about the green. I think it looks all right. She's actually got a white background.
You should pop her lips.
It's more money with green.
Put a little tint of something in her lips, because her lips wouldn't necessarily be the same value or skin tone as her face. Tina's saying she looks great. Tina's wrong. Yeah, it's popping already.
Yeah,
remember.
I was wondering about that. I didn't want to overdo it, but all right. Dale's obviously.
I'm always right. I'm always right until you ruin it. Then it's not my fault.
Oh, I meant to do a little more shadow under there too. I never really got to that.
Hey Sam, do you have an iPad?
No.
No, damn it. And your dad's iPad's like ancient, isn't it?
No, he got a new. He had a really old one for a long time, but he got a new one a couple years ago.
Tina says, "But I like your idea of darker lips, Dale." Yep.
Tina, don't encourage him.
I've looked at a lot of women's lips.
I don't know, but then at some point it's like, okay, it's too much work, and then like at some point you're like, okay, now I put so much work into it, I have to keep putting work into it to get it up to the next standard. So,
watercolors like that.
Yeah, and then at some point you've like, oh no, I went too far with it. You're supposed to stop them before you think you're done with them.
Okay, it's 11:14. Why don't you move on to the next project?
All right, so the next project is going to be a canvas behind me, I guess.
Oh, you're not going to work on a page?
No, I'm not doing that because I've already got a bit ahead on Pupil. And I guess I've got to practice a big canvas.
Okay.
Yeah. But also, we'll be getting back to that again. But I don't want to make that just always the show. The page for Pupil is going to be on pupilpatreon.com. Patreon/.
Okay. Chuck,
that's going to be your main source for new Pupil first.
Chuck. Now, I just heard you put your brush in your jar. Are you putting your paintbrush in a glass jar, handle down?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have any sort of cushioning between the bottom of the jar and the brush handle?
No.
Because over time, what will happen is every time you drop that brush in the jar and make that little clinky clanky noise, you're going to crack the paint on the bottom of the brush, and that paint is going to come off the brush handle.
Well, I can imagine if you're like keeping them for a retail display, you might not want that. But if you want things to get a nice weathered and aged, used appearance,
like us,
I would advise against doing that.
Okay. Yeah, with our beards, we look like two old paintbrushes.
Speak for yourself.
Yeah.
All right. Here's a painting of Astrokitty.
Dude, your hair makes you look like a bright.
A what?
You know how they have the paintbrushes that are flat. A bright is a flat with shorter bristles.
Yeah. Oh, right. Okay. Yeah. I thought you were saying it made me look bright.
No.
Now, sometimes people in America think I'm smarter than I am.
Amber's asking, why are you picking on? Amber's asking, why are you picking on him, Dale? And the answer is because I'm awake at 10 a.m., Amber. You should be asleep until noon like any God-fearing person.
He's just picking on me before I pick on him. It's like...
I'm in a good mood.
It's just...
I also haven't had breakfast.
Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, it smells nice. It's got a nice, like, woody scent.
It has that new canvas smell.
Ooh, yeah, it's got like, ooh.
No, Amber, I have not sent you last week's panels.
Well, it's either that or some sort of chemical coating on it.
I got to remember to send Amber her panels. Hang on a minute. I'm in trouble.
All right. All right. What are we going to paint today? All right. Well, okay. So the thing about Astrokitty is that I can sort of take any body and turn them into Astrokitty.
Okay.
like famously, like you.
I'm in trouble with Amber. Hang on a minute. Okay.
Wait,
Panel template episode 34. Let's see if I remember.
Season 20, episode 106.
Thank you for making me forget the number.
If you're keeping count, if you just started like on season 5 or 6, that's good for you. But this is season 220.
Oh, God damn it.
Right, that's going right in front of the canvas, but it's good. Thomas doesn't know what it's for.
Amber 34.
Oh, shoot.
Stop dropping stuff.
All right. Well, I've got some of my printed references. I've done all of them. There's a few here, though.
Open. Amber and I are both using Clip Studio Paint, the preferred cartooning software of cartoonists. And where's Amber? We are on season 2. Oh, that's right. We did start a new story. Amber, check your email.
All right.
For the new viewers, Chuck is preparing a canvas where he will do a 20-minute painting as practice for his performance in Art Battle in San Francisco.
All right, but although we're going to set a timer and see where I'm at after 20 minutes, but I'll reserve the right, Dale, to continue it beyond that point. I think it needs a little more finishing.
I am tired of I'm tired of arguing with you about it. Take as long as you want.
Yes. If you'd like to see where Dale's yelling at me for not completing it, or for not putting my brush down immediately at 20 minutes, you can see the whole archive of our show over at YouTube/@Urfspace.
Yes.
I don't know if things get archived on Twitch.
I don't think they do on Twitch, but yes, on YouTube there should be a little tab when you view the channel that says live.
Yeah.
And it should have every single recording of all the lives we've done. If you really want to do that.
Some of them I retired, were the ones where it was in the middle of the pandemic and it's just us rabbiting on. But I didn't delete them. I'll bring them back. I just thought those ones didn't have many viewers where we didn't have a guest or anything. And I wasn't doing
Amber takes the extra step and makes a playlist of them. I assume she's talking about on Twitch.
All right, I've got my little method of paints here.
I think Cinema Insomnia, if you go to Twitch and they're not on, you can look at past recordings. But I don't know how many they give you the option of. Oh, no, Amber's saying she has a playlist on YouTube. Sorry.
So Dale likes to know about my colours. So I've got Artist Acrylic Colour Utrecht, a heavy body, what kind of blue is this? A bright blue.
Oh, God,
never
buy those. Kids, never buy heavy body acrylic in tubes because it's just the regular acrylic with body paste or heavy body medium added. You're getting less paint. Mix your own heavy body acrylics. I miss acrylics.
What do you mean mix your own heavier body acrylic?
Okay, so when you go to the art supply store, which you never do, they usually have different types of acrylics. They'll have liquid acrylics. They'll have liquid acrylics for airbrushes, which is just the same liquid acrylics watered down. And then they'll have acrylics in tubes, which is the liquid acrylics.
The only thing I'll agree with you about is don't buy this one because the top snapped off because I guess it got stuck on there. And now I have to keep it on with a bit of tape because I love it so much and I find it's really useful for my purposes.
Your porpoises?
I'm still using it even though the top fell off.
Yes, Dale, his porpoises.
Your dad has porpoises? No, don't buy the heavy body crap because if you're not, who cares about impasto these days?
Look, Tina got me a nice apron. It's a bit complicated to put it on. I get a bit confused trying to put it on.
Yes, those clothes should be saved. Protect them.
Wait, it's got what? Okay, I think you go. Okay.
Ooh, wait. Also, I got this voice changer thing. Can I test it out really quick?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, that's really good if you want to be a stalker.
Oh, okay. I was more thinking for like entertainment purposes, but if that's where your head goes first, then I guess that's you.
Dude, stalking is entertaining.
Okay, well, it sounds like the pair of you need to start a new hobby of stalking people then, if, you know.
Dude, I've been stalking your dad for years now. Why do you think I'm on the show?
Oh, I see. Okay, well, let's see if it works.
I'm like one of those old people at the beginning of the internet. They said, "Oh, the internet's going to be full of scams."
Do I sound like Donald Trump?
It wasn't full of scams.
No, please not that one.
Not this one. You don't like this
not
one?
That one. Yeah, twist the knife there, Sam.
Right, and some sort of a pencil.
Yeah, my goal is hopefully to wear your dad's face as a mask one day.
This one says it's supposed to be Obama. Do I sound like Obama?
No.
No, you just sound like you're talking into a cushion.
Oh, okay.
Does it make? Who else does it do?
This one's supposed to be Joe Biden.
No.
I think you could do a better one yourself, to be honest.
Yeah, don't.
I mean, humans quite capable of mimicking voices.
Yeah. Okay. Well, they have some other ones where it's like.
I mean, if you already did a bit of a Joe Biden, it might help you do a better one. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, let's keep politics out of the show.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just doing funny presidents. Okay.
Pick someone obvious. I mean, if you have multiple settings, do a Sean Connery or a Michael Caine.
Or Kamala Harris.
It's not real people. It's like these are a few of the real people, but it's more just like the voice effects. Like, okay, for example, this one sounds like I'm using the radio.
Hello. The North Koreans are coming. We must run.
Oh, I like that one. We could do a whole War of the Worlds thing.
Oh yeah. Let's do Urfspace invades.
Yeah, Chuck's in his bunker painting before the Martians.
Ooh, actually, not a bad idea if you want to break into some new media. People are doing these like basically Reels comics, and they're like voiced.
Do you want to start the timer? Do you want to start the timer, and we'll continue the conversation?
Amber says.
Oh, I can start the timer.
Amber says that radio voice should be your voice when you broadcast. I agree. You should sound.
Okay, I'm starting the timer. 20 minutes. Okay, let's play with some other mics. What do we have?
What are real?
I've got baby voice. What do we think of the baby voice?
Yeah, skip that one. That's just annoying.
Okay. We've got a robot voice. What does robot voice sound like?
That sounds like the 80s.
It sounds like the 80s, okay.
That's pretty good. I like robot voice.
Sounds like a Styx album.
Yeah, that's a good Urfspace one. Put that one on the list.
Okay.
Or Metal Mickey. It sounds like Metal Mickey. Can you do the Metal Mickey song in that voice?
No idea.
Metal Mickey. Is anyone there remember Metal Mickey?
The show
it was a show in Britain. It was a kids show with this robot, Metal Mickey. And it was actually directed by Mickey Dolenz. And he wrote some fun songs with it. It's actually
Mickey Dolenz for the Monkeys. Amber and I agree that we're big fans of the bunker radio voice. You do realize that the show more and more is turning into the joy of painting on drugs. And Chuck is Looks like he's underdrawing with a number 2 pencil.
Hello, I am your AI overlord.
Ooh, I like that one.
I could barely.
That's if you put that one in, that's a good Urfspace voice.
Never say. My point is, it's a pity that I started it. It's a pity I ended up on the show after I became sober. Yeah, I'm going to be going to.
Okay, I'm supposed to sound like an alien now. Do I sound like an alien?
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's a good alien
Yeah,
voice.
that's a good
Put that
probing
one on the
voice.
list.
Sorry, I'm like going off the mic for a second and like testing them before I put them on so they're not super annoying.
Yeah, you sound like a young Cylon. Chuck, Sam, did you ever watch Battlestar Galactica, the old school one from the 70s?
Yeah, it's an old school Cylon.
No, I've never seen Battlestar Galactica.
So they would go by your command.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like the Cylon Metal Mickey. That's good.
Yeah, I don't, Sam and I don't share a pop culture. So, it's hard to talk to him. Sam, did you ever watch Lost in Space? No, he's ignoring me.
What are you asking?
Did you ever watch the TV show Lost in Space?
No, I mean, most of the things that you probably watched when you were young, I probably didn't watch.
Okay, I'm just curious. Yeah, I know nothing about young people anymore.
I mean, I don't know. There's a few. My dad showed me a few of the classics, but I don't know.
About watching most of them, you'd be like,
well, what are classics?
I don't know. Like, we watch Star Wars and Lord of the Rings.
Okay.
Lord
of the Rings is a classic. Oh my god,
that wasn't modern.
I feel so old.
Well, Lord of the Rings is a modern classic. Yeah. What did we watch? I don't know. Yeah. I really did not. When I was younger, I really hated old movies. I don't know why.
I'm being a bit slow on this.
Yeah, I can like barely see it.
Yeah, no, okay, I've got to go with the pen now. Hang on.
Oh, you used a red pencil. Which pen is that, Chuck?
I'll go in with the brush. Yeah, that's good. Right.
Well, Amber's a kid, but she seems to have watched a lot of the same junk I have.
Frankenstein.
That's a good one.
Dad, what do you think of Frankenstein? Oh,
I don't
maybe you
think
can't hear it.
Though. Chuck,
yes, it totally is Frankenstein.
No, it is not Frankenstein.
Well, the app says it's Frankenstein.
Okay, the app is wrong.
Okay, sorry, I mean Frankenstein's monster.
Yes.
Well, it may be Boris Karloff,
wish
that people that own his estate will get you if you say it's Boris Karloff.
I really wish that Mary Shelley had given the monster a name.
Yeah, that would have made a lot of sense.
Yeah. Of course, dramatically, the fact that the monster never had a name, that's completely, a sign of parental abuse.
Oh wait, I was going to make an Astrokitty.
We are Venom.
Yeah. Some of these distortions they're very similar. Amber, where are you right now? Are you at the gym? You're at 13 minutes and 30 seconds, Chuck.
All right, yeah, I'm a little slow on this one.
Yeah.
Well, it's a little more complicated. This one I've sort of kept back because I knew it was a bit more complicated. So I'm going as quick as I can, but if I take it a little longer, I might need to go a little
Amber is doing actual homework. She's putting together the Philo pages, which you can find online to read the Philo comic strip. Speaking of which, tonight at 6 p.m. Pacific on Twitch, look for Art Glitch, ARTGLYCH, for the Philo show, where cartoonists draw using the suggestions from the audience in the chat what the next panel of the strip should be. It's drawing without a net. Well, actually, there's a net because it's digital. But
yeah, you're doing digitally, so you can erase it. But yeah, it's happening right there.
It's live. It's real people doing real things with unreal art supplies. It's real people drawing pictures of unreal people. What are you having for lunch today? By the way, you have 12 minutes and 10 seconds.
All right, I'm not too far behind.
What are you having for lunch? What are you having for lunch?
Are you asking me what I'm having for lunch? I don't know. I've just had my breakfast. I don't usually eat much lunch.
I need to get lunch.
No, I'm a breakfast and dinner guy.
I haven't had breakfast. By the time the show's over, I can't get the pancakes from McDonald's. I may have to go to a restaurant and buy something.
Well, I'm sure the viewers.
Maybe the viewers can
see the name. That should be called a vlog. It'd be called like pancakes for dinner. That seems appropriate.
I am very much against breakfast foods for dinner.
You're against breakfast for dinner?
There comes a point where you don't want breakfast foods for dinner, but if you wait long enough in the evening, then it just becomes a really early breakfast.
And coming to you live, Dale talking about breakfast.
Thanks.
That's good.
Uh-oh. Amber and I are about to have a huge argument. Blasphemy. Breakfast for dinner is excellent. You know, I've noticed that there is a gender bias on this, that women and girls are okay with breakfast for dinner, and guys are more into no, dinner must be dinner foods. I have a hard enough time having lunch foods for dinner.
Alrighty. Here we go. Right, I'm definitely probably going a bit over on this one. But
okay, if you're going to color it, better hurry. You're at 10 minutes.
Yeah. Yes.
Slap on some paint. No, I'm cool with getting breakfast foods late at night. But, having breakfast foods around somewhere between 5 o'clock and let's say 9 o'clock. No, you can't have breakfast foods at that time. It's just wrong.
Be entertaining. Come on. This is getting boring.
Now, Sam, do kids your age actually eat breakfast, or is it now like a Red Bull?
Kids my age, I'm about to be 22.
Yeah.
But no, a lot of the people I know do not eat breakfast.
Yeah. That's old people's meal. What do they do instead? Is it like all coffee and?
I don't know, maybe like a coffee and an avocado toast.
Oh my God, you're a millennial.
Oh wow!
Avocado toast is not for millennials only.
Not on an iPad.
Isn't that the most millennial thing?
I don't know, like, why avocado toast doesn't even deserve any hate. It's basically just like, okay, what if you had toast and then put something kind of healthy on it?
No, that's fine. Yeah, no, making your own avocado toast is great.
Oh my god!
Buying avocado toast, yeah, I wouldn't get that because that is usually really expensive.
What the dude? You don't. Breakfast is supposed to be the least healthy meal of the day. It's supposed to be like fat and sugar.
Okay, yeah, I completely disagree. Yeah, if you want to like set your day up for like misery and like terrible bathroom trips, then I agree.
Okay.
I think that dinner should be the best meal of the day because you spent the whole day working really hard and then you have an amazing meal and then you feel great about yourself.
Yes.
No. No. In the morning, dude, you want those horrible bathroom breaks because that's the only way you get a break from work.
Yeah, maybe back then. Now they're like, oh, no more than 2 shits per.
Well, that's because they knew we were like doing about 18 bathroom breaks per hour.
Yeah, exactly. So doesn't work anymore because you guys are eating too many unhealthy breakfasts. So
yeah, we ruined it for the young.
Sounds to me like having unhealthy breakfast cause problems. So
you're missing out, man.
I will say though, I'm like if I really want an unhealthy breakfast, I'll just have it for dinner. Like I'll go to IHOP and have like pancakes and chicken and waffles for dinner or something.
Ooh. Yeah, I've got an IHOP near me. I might go to IHOP.
I mean, honestly, I think IHOP is probably, I would say IHOP is better at midnight than it is in the morning.
Oh yeah, places. But the problem is there's not that many places open that late anymore. The pandemic.
IHOP is one of them.
Only a few of them, not all of them.
Oh, really? Well, there's one in I don't know if it closed down, but there used to be one in Daly City that was open very late.
We used to go to Heidi's Pies, which was open 24 hours in Burlingame, and you could get pie at 3 a.m. That's how awesome it was.
I feel like there's not many 24-hour stores left.
Yeah. There was a place in downtown Mountain View. It was Chinese food, and you could get it at like 3 a.m. You would go and get Chinese food at 3 a.m.
Oh God, this is reminding me of this time when I was about 17 years old, and my friends were like, "Oh, dude, I know this really good burrito place that doesn't close until like 4 a.m. We could totally like go there." And like we like met up at this like place. It was like a viewpoint, and it was gonna be like a 25-minute walk. We were like, "Oh, it'll be nice. We'll walk, and then we'll get a burrito." And then we get there, and it's closed. And it's just like, okay,
that's me. Yeah, a friend of mine the other
out of it, so I like maybe it's worth it.
I mean, yeah, we had it was still fun, but it was just like, all right.
A friend of mine the other day was asking, where do I get dessert at midnight because I've got friends visiting, and most of those coffee shops have closed down. We used to go to Mini Gourmet in San Jose that was open 24 hours, and when the strippers at the Pink Poodle got off work, they all came to Mini Gourmet to get food. Now our problem is we don't have a Waffle House. Have you been in the South and gone to a Waffle
House? Oh, well, I've heard of Waffle House. I know about Waffle House because they had this like training video that went viral because it basically like said that they need to prepare to get into fights, and that like there's also there's like a Waffle House, like basically Waffle House being open has like a direct correlation with like hurricane warnings. It's like basically if Waffle House is closed, then it's like in the red. If it's like if some facilities are closed, then it's in the yellow, and if it's fully open, then it's in the green. And like they literally use Waffle House as like an indicator of if you should be evacuating in a hurricane situation.
Yeah, you have less than 4 minutes, Chuck. It's actually more than it's more than just hurricanes. During the pandemic, they were judging how bad the pandemic was if it disrupted the supply chain to the Waffle House. So if a Waffle House was closed, that meant the pandemic was pretty bad. No, they do that for forest fires, all flooding. They just look to see if the Waffle House can stay open.
Yeah, because they have these policies where it's like during all of these situations, they'll like stay open, like in a lot more situations than like where other places would be closing, they would stay open.
It's awesome. I've gone to them when I visit my friends in the South, and there's all sorts of ne'er-do-wells that end up at Waffle House at 4 a.m. But if you need a waffle at 4 a.m., that's the place to go.
Takes one to know one, Dale.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he was right there with them at 4 a.m. eating waffles.
But it's awesome. It's very efficient, too. There's usually only like 2 people working there, the cook and 1 waiter. Server.
Oh my God. They also have this really stupid like marking system for taking orders.
Oh, yeah, but it's efficient.
I mean, apparently, if they only need 2 people, but it's so archaic. It's like a whole other language.
Did I miss something? Tina's saying, replying to Tina Whelon, Cynthia, we plan to come see you tomorrow. Do you know where you are in the lineup time-wise? Oh, I think Tina's talking to someone in one of the bands.
Oh,
yeah, Cynthia's.
Yeah, John would have got a show tomorrow.
You got 1 minute and 50 seconds, Chuck.
So yeah, Urfspace band's playing all over. Oh shoot, I've got smudges at the top here. Okay. Hang on. All right, going over already.
Oh wait, your camera got moved.
Your camera got moved.
Chaos.
I love waffles. Now I want a waffle. I'm going to go to IHOP and get a waffle.
Remember when they did that whole IHOB scheme that totally didn't work?
The one when they tried to become a burger joint?
No, but like apparently that was never even a plan. Like the entire thing was just a publicity stunt.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, well, you've read about, you must have been quite young, but do you remember New Coke?
No, but it sounds familiar, kind of.
Okay, so Coca-Cola came out with Bill Cosby before like all the stuff with Bill Cosby came out, and he was advertising everything. How Coca-Cola was changing the recipe.
Right.
And they were coming out with New Coke, and the entire planet went ape.
Yeah, no one was happy about that.
Civilization was going
that this drink we all love. You want to change it?
So they took Coke off the market, and everyone was buying cases and cases of the old Coke.
The fact is, they change it all the time. The only thing was they made a mistake telling anybody that.
No, they actually had a beverage that was named New Coke. You have 8 seconds. 7, 6, 5, 4.
No.
2, 1. Rushes down.
Sorry, I didn't even get to the face yet. All right. Well, I didn't.
Right.
Yeah, I got
dude, it's 11:46. Keep going.
Hang on, I'm going to finish her up anyway. So.
Yeah, just keep going. It's fine.
Okay, so they came out with this new Coke. Everyone's freaking out that you can't get the old Coke, and then they had like classic Coke, which is the old Coke, and then finally they just brought back old Coke. But what people didn't realize was during that time when there was no old Coke, there was a few months, so people forgot what old Coke tasted like. So when they brought supposedly old Coke back, they had changed the recipe from cane sugar, from sugar cane, to corn syrup. So that's how they were able to sneak corn syrup into Coke. That's why people go look for Mexican Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
Because that still uses cane sugar.
And it's so much better.
Yeah.
And if you go to Europe, they also use real sugar, and it's so much better.
Yeah.
Well, there's just different kinds of sugar. That's all.
Yeah.
High fructose corn syrup is like barely sugar.
And Artlich says she drinks Mexican Coke. Yeah, there's all kinds of different sugars. There's milk sugars and corn sugar and fruit sugars and blood sugars and cane.
Lactose, fructose, glucose, sucrose, maltose.
Yeah.
Dextrose. Hey?
I used to know all that.
Good.
You have to learn all that stuff if you're a home brewer because yeast likes certain
And we're not talking about D&D.
Yeah.
I miss brewing. Brewing was fun. That's one of the things I regret by no longer drinking.
Well, yeah, wasn't it that like during the pandemic, all the women got into making sourdough bread, and all the men got into brewing their own beer?
Actually, most of the men I knew got into making bread.
Well, that's because we live in the Bay, where all the men are effeminated.
No, it's just when you home brew, there reaches a point where you just think to yourself, it was really easier to just like go out and buy craft beer. And a lot of the craft beer is so good now. I mean, it's really cool to drink live beer, but I can go to a place if I want live beer. And if you want live beer, go to Clandestine Brewing in San Jose, California, which is the best craft brew in the South Bay.
Well, it's very interesting because I got most of my first drinking experiences in Europe I was
drank real stuff.
Well, it was like because I went to Europe before I turned 21, and then I turned 21 like a couple months after I got back. So I did my first drinking there, and so I was like
in England.
England and Germany and Italy. So I was having some very nice beers. So when I got back, and all these people are like, "Oh, you gotta try these, hazy IPAs and all this stuff," I'm like, give me a lager and go away because I hate IPAs.
Yeah,
I really do.
Yes. What is it? Last time I went back to England, they had this like American style, the Brew Dog, and they were selling nothing but hazy IPAs.
Yeah.
Like,
Blasphemy. Keep it over here. I don't know. Whatever. People can like what they like, but I really don't. I don't like IPAs, and it sucks that the entire drinking culture here seems to be about IPA.
Oh, it's actually changing. I talked to a bartender. It's changing from IPAs to hard seltzers.
Oh my God, that's even worse. Hard seltzers are for like teenage girls.
Oh yeah. You see, it used to be Zimas. The thing is, those drinks use industrial alcohol that's made from cane sugar.
Oh, also, my general doctor was telling me that hard seltzers are actually technically worse for you than like beer because it uses hard alcohol. And I was like, you wouldn't think, but that's crazy.
Hard seltzers are vodka tonic.
Yeah.
Amber says she hates hard seltzer, but I do like Mike's Hard Lemonade. Yeah,
Lemonade. Oh yeah, Amber's definitely Mike's Hard Lemonade. Yeah, I like it.
That came out before the hard seltzer craze.
I like that I probably only know about because I started drinking in Europe was shandies. I love shandies.
Shandy.
Beer with lemonade.
Which is like a shandy, but it's got more alcohol.
What is the shandy? It's a mix of beer and
beer and lemonade.
Lemonade, yeah.
But do you understand me? Lager top's only a little bit of lemonade, and it really tastes like a shandy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sam,
a tiny bit makes it taste like a shandy.
Sam, when I was a kid and my folks and my uncle took me to England, we were eating in the pubs. We were eating a lot of pub food. And like the first day we were there, my parents ordered some, I think it was Bass or some bitters. And the waitress looks at me and says, "Do you want one?" And I says, "Yeah, I'll have one." And my parents are looking at me in shock. What they didn't realize was the law was if you were with your parents, you could get a beer or a
like 16 or something.
Yeah. So, I'm having my first pint and it's freaking British beer, which is epic.
Mhm.
And then I come back to the United States and I have to wait years before I can drink. It was torture.
Yeah. Yeah, they know how to do it over there. I mean, you're like, oh God, how do they spend all day just drinking at pubs? And then you're like, oh, actually, I guess.
Yeah. If you get down to, I think it's Redwood City, look for Freewheel Brewing, because they brew their own. Their fish and chips are okay, but they brew their own British beers. And
Ooh, that does sound. Where is it? What's it called?
Freewheel, and it's in Redwood City. I recommend it.
Okay.
It's not a pub. It's too freaking hipster, which I think it is. That's a mistake.
I see. But
the beers, yeah. If you want good beer, Freewheel in Redwood City, and you're going to have a designated driver. And Clandestine down in San Jose. That's a problem.
I could just turn my son into alcoholic like yourself.
Well, actually, by me suggesting this stuff, I'm moving him towards not drinking, because he'll drink and then he'll
become an alcoholic, and then he'll decide he never wants to drink again.
No, you just go through your.
Well, yeah, it's like the old British trick where kids have gone through alcoholism. Like they were alcoholics from the age of like 18 to 22. So by the time they're 22, they've already like gone through all of it, and they don't want to drink anymore.
Yeah, that's one of the things that got me thinking about not drinking. Was in Britain there's a program called 1 Year No Beer.
Wait, what is it called?
1 Year No Beer.
Okay.
And the idea is you take like a challenge, like 30 days or 60 days, and you just ask yourself, do you feel better? Are you healthier taking off from beer? And you can Google it. But I ended up taking 90 days off, and I didn't mean to do it. And I just never started again.
I think that's how it happens for a lot of people. Yeah. You're like, oh, I'm just not drinking, and actually I feel way better than I usually do, so I'm gonna not drink more.
Yeah, I mean, I stopped for a long time, but I never really was a big drinker.
Well, I missed the brewing, because the brewing is you're making this medium for a living thing. Brewing beer is like having a really wet ant farm.
But you can also just like make non-alcoholic food or drinks. Like you're just describing the joy of cooking. Like, oh yes, I get to make this thing that other people enjoy and eat.
Yeah. Well, that a lot of my friends got into home brewing. A lot of them when I was working at Apple. One of my friends from decades, he got heavily into it, and you make this stuff, and part of the joy of it is being able to share it with your friends. We go over, and they didn't bottle it like I did. They got kegging systems, and so they would have a keg of their home brew, and then, oh, do you want to have a pint? And then, so you just go there and you immediately have a pint. But yeah, home brewing isn't that bad a hobby. I mean, it's like an alcoholism starter kit. But
yeah, I tried it for a little while.
It's fun. It's messy.
I was gonna say, it seems like it would be messy and like too much of a hassle.
Oh, you got clean, man. You gotta be. If you don't do the dishes, home brewing is not for you.
Yeah, it wasn't for me. You got to do it really. I had a friend who was doing it, and he got really good at it. And
yeah,
I'll just leave it to the experts.
Yeah, art is a much better hobby than home brewing.
Yeah, it doesn't get you hooked on. Well, I don't know. I guess you can't say that. I was gonna say it doesn't get you hooked on substances, but there's probably a lot of artists who are hooked on substances.
Yeah, trust me. Art supplies are addictive.
Well, yeah, I don't know, but you can art supplies or whatever's around you.
Yeah. Yeah, sure.
That's my
Explain that.
philosophy.
Yeah, that's like the direct difference between you and Dale, is that that's your philosophy, and Dale's philosophy is that it actually matters what tools you use.
Well, I used to sell them.
I know.
And, you know, I would watch kids going into those stores all twitchy. You know, they need to buy art supplies to get that art supply monkey off their back.
Well, you recognize that, I suppose. When you see it, you're like, there's one of my people.
Well, whenever I travel, I have to go visit the art supply stores. Whenever you travel to find out what a city is like, you want to go to their art supply stores, their grocery stores, their comic book stores, their used bookstores, and their adult bookstores. And you'll learn everything you need to know about the city by going to all of those. You learn what they eat. You learn what they're reading. You learn if there's any creativity there.
Debating over.
And you learn all the deep, dark, horrible secrets of what those people want. And
what do people want?
They
want to fill the void, the gaping hole of their existence.
Yes, trust me. If you go to an adult bookstore in another town, you find out what those gaping voids are and what they're shoving in them.
Well, I suppose that's one way to travel.
Okay, we're at 11:59.
All right. Well, I think I'm more or less done there now.
I think it looks really good. One thing I'll say is I think you should experiment with different pupil types.
Yes. Oh, for God's sake. Yeah. Fucking paint an iris.
Yeah, I have been doing that. I just sort of keep forgetting it. I mean, it's just the same thing.
It's very simple to just do a little dot, but I think it can add a lot of depth if you do a bit more. That looks good. That looks great. Like, literally, that looks great.
We need
just
to get
adding
Dad one of those anatomical eye models.
He doesn't need an eye model. He's not trying to be realistic. He just needs to add like a bit of something to make it pop a bit more than a dot.
You're right. I got to get more.
You need the model.
I just do the dot when I first draw it to give it an expression.
Yell at him.
You can fairly
draw the eye properly.
Yes, I think the dot. Oh, we've got Matto T coming up. We're about to end the stream, Matto.
Yeah,
sorry. Where we do it every Saturday from 10 to 12. If you'd like to tune in next week.
And this went out to the YouTube at Urfspace, and so this is there. You can watch.
Yeah, you can find old episodes
and see my other ones, and I'll be painting new. There's Astrokitty. Welcome to everybody to Astrokitty. You'll be seeing a lot of Astrokitty coming out on my social media. Like, I'm posting all these Astrokitty things. Go and look at the book, and come to Open Studios at the end of the month. Come and see me in Art Battle on the 25th.
Oh, and Madoti, you can look up Chuck Whelon's work online. He's a web cartoonist. He's done Pewfell. He's also done a number of children's books. And tonight, if you're still on Twitch, 6 p.m. Pacific in the USA. I don't know if you're in the USA. 6 p.m. Pacific. Look for Art Glitch. So if you're looking at the chat right now, ARTGLYCH tonight at 6 p.m. Look for the show Philo, where cartoonists draw panels for a long-running strip live based on people in the chat suggestions. That's kind of our sister show.
And we'll be back with more of this next week at 10 a.m. on Saturdays.
Yeah, come watch us argue
every week. And all right, let's have another Astrokitty video.
Wait. Well, last one, Madoti. Also, if you're looking for stuff to watch on Twitch, look for Cinema Insomnia, hosted by Mr. Lobo and Sinsomniac Theater. Okay.
Thanks for the follow, Matto T. Appreciate it.
All right. Okay. Well, here's a quick one. This is one. It's in the book, and I'm exhibiting it in the Open Studio show that Slight opens next week. So.